5,
6, yeah,
4,
7, 8.
3, 2, 1.
You trying to be funny? You trying to have us
Hello,
Ron.
everybody. Welcome to Candid Conversations. I am your host, the one and only Kaira. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody had a great week. I know I did. Well, I know my week is starting off good, so I hope everybody else has started off on a good note. Justin, we have our wonderful co-host, Mr. Justin Rucker.
Greetings and salutations, friends. Thank you for another week. I'm just happy to be here with my besties, Kit Kat and D Watt, and looking forward to having a productive show.
It's the cat. It's the cat. Hey, it's the cat. And of course, we have Mr. Derek Watson, the one and only. Derek, say hi. Derek, hello. Can Derek hear me?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because it's like he's frozen.
Derek.
I'm mad that you was touching the screen like you was poking him. Yeah. I don't know.
Hello?
Oh, he's back.
Derek,
He's back.
are you preoccupied with something else because we're talking and you're not listening?
I am listening. I said what up 3 times.
We can't hear you. You gotta speak up.
Okay, my bad.
Mira.
Hello out there in TV land. Thank you so much for joining us on Candid Conversations. I'm your co-host, Deacon.
Miss Cleo. Call me now for your free psychic reading.
You know what, Derek? This is the reasons why I say the things that I say. I'm not going to show my blackness at this moment. I'm not going to do it. Derek
I'm
just
sorry,
trying to
Kat.
make
Please.
Trying to make me show my blackness, y'all. I ain't giving them.
My apologies. Please don't smash me. I won't do it again.
You know what, Derek? I'm gonna fight you. Hey, April, how you doing? How are you? All right, everybody. We're gonna get this out of the way since Derek got jokes about being smacked.
April Joy Bird. That's her whole name.
Okay. Since Derek got jokes today, y'all.
Guess who's going to jail tonight?
Since all this is all that people been talking about. The smack that was heard across the world. Will and Will Smith and Chris Rock got, he got smacked in the face at the Oscars. Everybody has an opinion about it. I personally could give two shits that Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. That's between them two grown ass men. And that's that. It's very frustrating. I'm so tired of hearing about it. It makes my butt itch. I can't do it. Like, I'm tired of hearing about it.
You been saying her butt is just we fucking logged on. Her butt because
it just irritates me. Like, that's everybody's discussion. Who cares? No one cares. Let them two grown men hash that out between themselves. Let the comedians hash it out between themselves. So everybody stopped thinking they're therapists and they know what that man was feeling and what he was going through and what his reasoning was, because nobody knows what it is but Will Smith, because he's the only person that was in his body at that time in that moment. Boom, bada bing, there you got it.
It makes for the speculation about the whole thing makes for great conversation.
It
Regardless
does,
of
but
people, if
it's
people are
annoying at this
indifferent or
point.
not. I just like the memes.
Oh, the memes
The
are
memes are
hilarious.
funny as hell. To be honest, I don't even care. I just think that if Will really took offense to it, he could have did some things differently. But again, who's in his mind?
And
Who
that's the
knows how he's
consensus
feeling
across
at the
the
time?
board. That's the consensus across the board. He could have handled that situation differently, but he didn't. He chose violence, and that's what he chose in that moment. Hey, sometimes I choose violence in moments. It is what it is.
You
But
always choose violence, not so.
From now on, though, we will respect Chris Rock for having the greatest one-liner in history. Will Smith just slapped the shit out of you.
So Justin is so amused by that.
Guess who's going to jail tonight?
He ain't going to jail.
This is why I don't go to comedy clubs and stuff like that, because I'm a super sensitive person and it takes one time for you to piss me off and we may be strapping. So I don't go to comedy clubs.
Ready to fight.
I'll be ready to fight. I'm ready to beat you outside, inside, whatever side. It is what it is. Depending on how it depends on.
You hit me.
It depends on my
mood. Going to jail tonight.
Depends on my mood. That's why I don't go to comedy clubs. I don't support comedians. I'm sorry, I don't. So
I don't mind if people crack jokes on me, man, because I don't know. I just got thicker skin. It take a lot to piss me off, so I wouldn't mind.
It's not even the fact that I don't have thick skin. It's just the fact that if you piss me off or you say the wrong thing and I'm feeling a certain type of way, I'm gonna take offense to it and then I'm gonna be ready to fight you. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. It depends on my mood.
We already know. We've seen it.
So it depends on how my mood is. If I'm in a shitty mood and you piss me off, then you're gonna get something that wasn't meant for you. It's just that simple. I'm pretty sure everybody.
You piss her off.
I'm pretty sure that everybody has
heard.
I'm pretty sure that everybody has heard that saying before. Watch what you say to people, because you just might end up getting an ass whooping that wasn't meant for you. That's what it is. You might end up getting an ass whooping that's not.
I never heard that one before.
You running off that shit.
You sound like my mom right now.
Hey,
you sound like my mom.
That's what my mama used to tell us. Watch what you say to people. If you don't know how to fight, keep your mouth shut.
I tell people all the time, my mom the thug, I'm the diplomat of the family. I be trying to hash things out. But when you piss me off, all that shit go out the window. But it takes a long time for that to come out. Whereas my mom, you look at her, you breathe the wrong way in front of her, she's on your ass.
I'm with Mom Juice. Me and Mom Juice.
Guess who's going to jail tonight?
And that's all dirty. Shut up, Terry. All right, peoples.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I ain't got nothing else to say. He lucky Chris Rock. I mean, he lucky that was Chris Rock, because that was their deacon. That was a deacon. I'd have been on stage like 911. Yes, I just like to report on.
You don't understand how lucky he is that it was another brother. You feel me? Because if it was like Dane Cook or Jim Carrey or one of them white boys, Will probably would have been in jail.
Jail tonight.
It would have been.
So I mean,
Jim Carrey said that.
I'm over it. I'm over it.
Jim Carrey said that Chris Rock should sue Will Smith for $200 million because that is on film and it's never going to go away ever.
Absolutely.
So he should sue him for $200 million.
I think suing is a little extreme, to be honest.
No, it's not. That's the only way. The only way you can hurt rich people. The only way you can hurt rich people is they pay them in the pocket.
That's true.
I 100% agree with that. 100%.
My
It
ice
ain't
is
like we'll
cold.
broke. We'll worth about 200.
Right.
So
So
I get
he
it.
gonna feel that too.
So it ain't really gonna hurt.
Him and Jada gonna feel
We gonna
that too.
feel it.
All
Soon as
right,
that
people,
lawsuit go through, Jada going straight to August.
let's get to the conversation at hand. And the topic tonight is power of the P. I do not feel comfortable saying the whole word, so I shall not say the whole word because I have one and I don't have a problem saying it in a different context, but I'm not saying it tonight. So that will be up to Zarek and Justin. If they choose to say the whole word, that's on them. But me, it's the power of the P.
I will not be saying the word.
What whole word?
Power of the P.
I think it's a little vulgar.
It very much is so.
So I won't be using the word tonight.
I will not be using the word. But we are going to get into why or what the power
Is
of
it
the
really
P
power
supposed
of
to
the vagina?
There you go. The vajayjay. It's the power of the vajay. Vajay. And we're going to get into the meaning of what that actually means. And is it actually true?
Tell us what it actually means.
I don't think that is true.
What it actually means.
Sir, what it actually means is power exercised by women, a woman's use of her sexual allure or femininity in order to exert influence over men.
This is gonna be a touchy subject tonight.
That is the definition in the Webster. I'm only playing, but that is the definition of what they say the power of the P means. Is it true? I don't think so. Well, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say that that's a true statement. Do some women use, hi, Robert, how are you? Do I think that some women do use their sexuality to get certain things that they want from men? Yes, they do. But does it mean that all the power is in the vajayjay? No, it does not. I know Derek has a lot.
Why is he dancing? What are you doing over there, dog?
Because let me tell you something, Derek has a lot to say about this subject. Basically, it's just saying that men are.
So I'm tired of people. Let's put
vagina width
to bed.
And
I'm intrigued. I want to hear you guys' response.
So, Derek, how do you feel about the power of the P?
Saying that is a lie, and we need to stop lying.
What's a lie?
Hey, let's get into it.
Okay, so let's put this to bed. There is no power in any man. So talking about P, S, E, G. Like that's the truth. If unless you're P, S, E, and G, there's no power in your P. Take it out, cut it out, take a nap. The P power, understanding what the true meaning of power is one thing. Did you look that up? Did you know what power means? You have all the.
Wait, say it again. Did I look up?
What's power mean?
Wait, say it again. You want me to look up power? Okay.
What power means?
I could do that.
What does power mean?
All right, I said, wait a minute.
I thought you would have had it already.
Jesus, I'm one person over here.
She said, "I can't do but so much things at once."
Jesus. Okay, the definition of power. The ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially especially as a faculty or quality, the power of speech, the capacity or ability to direct or influence the behavior of others or the course of their events. That's the definition of power.
Boom. Okay. So your vagina does none of that. Your vagina does none of that. You're an influence on somebody. The fact that you're beautiful, the fact that you are smart, the fact that you're fun to be around, those things will have an influence over people. Your vajayjay does not have any influence over anybody. Except for I stopped the moment I said I don't want it anymore. What happens to that power? Nothing, because it was never there. The fact of the matter is men have put an emphasis on the vajayjay, so therefore women and have this misconstrued thought that the vajayjay means that it's some kind of power, and it's not. The fact of the matter is your power is your time. Your power is your energy. That's what the men are vying for. All your vajayjay is not power. It's reward. You're rewarding me for being I am. You're rewarding me by sharing your body with me, and I appreciate it much. I have a good time on it. I enjoy it very much. It tastes pretty delicious, but it does not mean that it's power, because the moment that I stop wanting it, you are powerless. Is that true? Most women will say, no, I have power beyond my vajayjay. So let's stop the lying. Let's cut out the going to brunches and making up these stupid sayings. And you got these women out here really thinking that their vajayjay is power when it's really not. Your vajayjay is full of bacteria that if you're not taking care of very well, it's going to give people bumps on their head.
But Derek, you also have to factor in this, right? We talk about how they believe that their vajayjay is power, but they also forget one thing: supply and demand. There's more than enough vajayjays out here. So what makes your vajayjay so special? It's more than just that. It goes back to what you said earlier. Your energy, your mind, your time. What else encompasses just the vajayjay? Because too many times men have this saying, just play more fish in the sea. So with that being said, what makes that one specific person, vajayjay, so powerful? It's not like it's in short supply.
I just think that y'all taking the word
always find
or that
one.
phrase like way too hard.
Absolutely.
And y'all way too sensitive about it, to be honest. Because
I'm not sensitive at all about it. I
don't take it as.
How are we way too sensitive? Y'all way too sensitive about it because y'all the one.
I don't y'all have.
I never
walk around here
that
thinking that my power is in between my legs. I don't walk around like that. I don't.
But you don't. But there's a lot of women that do, and that can be problematic.
For me, when I hear people say stuff like that to me, that's just like a man that's, as they say, wit. That's how I take it.
Right. Weak-minded men fall for that all the time. You're right.
Because you do have some men that's all they think about, and that's all that they want. So I can see where it comes from. If you're dealing with somebody,
and if they want it bad enough, they'll pay for it. Does that mean?
Doesn't mean it's powerful.
You don't have.
I'm not saying it's powerful. What I'm saying is, if this is all that whoever you surround yourself with, or whoever you should be dealing with, if that's all that somebody is constantly talking about is vagina all the freaking time, then yeah, women are going to think that that is what men are only looking for, is what's in between their legs. And sometimes that is all that they are looking for, is what is in between your legs, because that's all you guys emphasize on half of the time.
I really think that term "power of the P," it could go both ways, but in my personal
Well, that's
opinion, I
only
think it's
the
a
way
great.
you guys. A lot of guys only emphasize on it because that's a lot. Only what some of y'all.
That's what I didn't catch that last part.
No, I didn't hear that last part either. Derek, he looked frozen. Derek,
Is he frozen?
I,
Derek,
I said that I said that a lot of men. Yo,
he back.
a lot of men.
Hello.
Derek,
Yeah,
we
we hear
hear
you now.
you.
Can't see you, but I hear you.
Hello.
Derek, we hear you.
Oh, I said a lot of. I said you say. Oh, okay, I'm talking. What do you mean? You keep saying, Derek, we hear you. A
No,
lot
we
of
hear you, but we
men
can't see you. That's what I was
emphasize
saying.
when you living on when you living on Section 8. You living on Section 8 with your 3 kids and 2 baby daddies and
Really,
your
Derek,
food
we gonna go
stamps and
there.
all the rest of the stuff. All you have to offer is your.
Hey, but
Zavita
that goes
says,
both ways. That goes both
hey
ways too, though.
Zayda, Zavita says
It
it ain't
does.
that powerful if it's Zavita says it ain't that powerful if that's all you're offering.
See, that's the same. That's what I'm saying.
Facts. And that's all I'm trying to say. If you only offering that, your power, you coming from a point of weakness. Because what if
Right.
most men ain't even looking for that? To be honest, you do have a lot of men that aren't, but if that's all you offering, you setting yourself up for failure.
I
Because
am
even one
not
thing that
looking
do
for
get
that.
me be like,
I'm not even interested in that. If that happens, that happens. I'm looking for a vibe. I'm looking for what are you bringing that complements what I already have. I'm bringing the
I'm looking
fact that can we have a conversation? Can we have a no? My biggest thing, can we have a disagreement and it not ruin our whole evening? Your JJ has nothing to do with that. That's your vibe is your energy. Your energy is what's power. Your energy, your personality is what power, because that's what draws people to you. That's what makes people want to be around you. That's what makes people want to invest in you and invest their time and energy into you.
And I get that and I understand you, but that's why I'm saying is that sometimes people can give a certain phrase or word too much meaning. And and it's not even that serious. For me, it's not that serious. I mean, going through my little research and stuff, I see that somebody even wrote a book called The Power of the Pussy, and it says, dating advice for women, how to use your vajayjay to get what you want, respect, commitment, love, and all this other crap.
but that's all. In my opinion, that's all bullshit. You cannot use that to get those attributes out of somebody. They either want to give that to you organically, or they don't.
Zavita, you stupid as hell.
What you talking about
Zavita
now?
says most of these. Zavita said most of these girls are dry when it comes to personality. Pussy wet, personality dry.
Why she ain't on tonight?
Absolutely.
She put her babies to bed.
Because Cat ain't invited.
She put her babies to
Cat
bed.
ain't invited.
You can use
They
it to
get a
get.
baby from Z-Quill and come on the show.
Zavita said you can use it to get what you want. It's called prostitution.
Exactly.
Absolutely, D.
Exactly.
It is not called
That's why I like
prostitution.
Zavita.
And you ain't got to be walking on Van Houten Street to be a prostitute. Let's keep it funky.
But guess what? If y'all gonna give it to them, why wouldn't they do it? They ain't gonna do it if you don't give it to them.
Weak-minded, poor, low self-esteem men go for that.
I'm just saying. That's why.
But women.
That's what I'm saying.
Women have made you women have misunderstood the fact of a man's of what a man is doing and says, well, he's doing it just because he wants the butt. Because as soon as he gets the butt, he disappears. No, he's doing it because he was trying to get to know you. And when he gets the butt, he realizes that that's the best thing you had going for you, and he leaves.
Women do it all the time too, though.
So
Women
it's not
do.
about what
Women
they're
do
doing to
the
get
same
the.
though.
It's a two-way street. It really is, because sometimes some men ain't got shit to offer but dick. Let's just keep it 100.
That's all I'm saying. It's a two-way street. It goes both ways. But
And if that's
again,
all you got, and if that's all you got to
Look at
offer,
you.
then it is what it is. But we ain't talking about men and they winkle wonkers.
that's because we don't have a saying, the power of the finger. You know,
Some men
the
do.
women have this wild
Some
ass
men
saying.
think. Some men do, because some men think if they put it down good enough, that woman ain't going nowhere. She gonna keep coming back for the D.
And those be the ones that be sadly mistaken. They be butthurt.
They sure do, because I'm sorry, I don't care how good your damn D is. If you toxic as hell, you can take your D and keep skipping down the damn street and give it to somebody else. But me personally, because I can only speak for me and Marvin JJ. Marvin JJ is for reproduction only. And since I have reproduced and I've had my children, that's it for Marvin JJ. I'm a virgin.
I don't know if that's 100% factual. Women, all human beings have needs. So
that's not 100% factual.
You don't got needs. You don't got no needs. You straight. You Gucci right now. Don't lie. The philosophy sounds great. It looks excellent on paper. But we know.
Listen, the Lord said.
The Lord.
That
the
is
Lord
what it is for.
Okay. So you ain't had no reproductive drills?
No what?
Reproductive drills. You don't drill? Fire drills? You don't got no fire drills?
You got a whole different type of drill.
I did.
Get it.
I did what I had to do, and that's it.
Okay.
Davita said, let's talk about how women. Davita said, let's talk about how women don't even know that some men can't even get that hard for somebody they don't really like. Sex is amazing when there's compatibility and mutual emotional attraction. You are so right. We
got a square right here that's missing. We need you on the square tonight. Like she got some gems tonight. She got some gems. She knocking the shit out the park tonight. That is true too.
But anybody knows that when you have intimacy with a person that wants to, of course, the sex is amazing. And then you do have those that they can't get it up for people that they are not interested in.
In there.
I get it. Yeah, I got a bonnet on.
It sucks when you're trying to look and trying to find whatever you find.
Huh? What you say, Terry?
Yeah, say that again.
This was extra. See, this is how people just get stuck.
I said it sucks when you have to look all over the person's body to find something that you find attractive.
That's a roadmap to disaster. It never works that way.
I said it.
Right. I know. I agree with you.
Y'all can't hear me?
Yes,
nah, you're kind of going in and out, but I heard you.
Going in and out.
Yeah, I think that if you got to resort to doing all that to like really going through a person with a fine tooth comb just to find what you're interested in, nah, that ain't. It's no
That's
bueno.
because they
It's
ain't got no brain cells.
Yeah, it's got to be more than just a physical kind of thing.
You ain't got no brain cells.
You ain't got no brain.
Mhm.
If somebody,
You ain't got no brain cells.
if somebody has to go through all of that, you have no and you speak. It's like, why are you even? How do you even get to that point of sex? If that's all she has to offer,
Mhm.
how do you get to that point of sex if that's all somebody has to offer? If they don't offer you anything else within those couple of hours that you had a conversation with them or whatever, how do you get to the point of sex?
Good question.
Because you're just horny.
So because you horny, you just give it to whomever.
Whoever wanted.
But that don't say much for the person. That don't say much for you.
It does say much for me. It says that I'm down for all the reindeer games.
The who game?
The reindeer games.
What the hell is that?
I'm here for it all.
Please expand upon that. Extrapolate, because I need this to really get like soldered on people's brains like right now, because there's definitely people out
Shut
there.
up, Zayday.
What she say now?
She said, yeah, when you horny, may the best man win.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You didn't know.
Whoever
she
pick up the
did.
phone
And that's why you have so many men who okay being in the friend zone and being patient, waiting around, waiting for, because they know that when a female gets horny, that it's a wrap. If you just got to be in the right place at the right time.
I don't do that.
There's truth to that.
I'll just be a horny ass. I'm doing that.
Notice she said I'll just be horny.
I'll just be a horny ass. I ain't doing that. I ain't calling nobody. Ain't nobody got to worry about me calling them, picking up nobody's phone because it's you ain't got to worry about that. I ain't doing that. Nope.
No, but that's what they do. That's what the fellas do. That's when the fellas call in like, "Hey, big head."
That opens up
I've
so many.
always felt uncomfortable doing that.
Hey,
though.
now what you doing? What you getting into?
Hey, big ass. All right, how you doing?
No, because that opens up so many doors. Too many doors that sometimes people don't want to shut. Ain't got time for all of that. I ain't recycling no men, cousin. Say Vita, nope, I don't recycle the men. Once I ain't messing with you no more, I ain't messing with you no more. You keep your link on.
You got a lineup?
That's what Davita got a lineup.
Davita got a roster. Here's my starting five.
She got a whole in-house dude, and she got a lineup. She telling on herself. He probably laying next to her with a whole, giving her the whole side eye.
You looking at her like this? Okay.
Cause that's still that's opening up doors that I'm not. You open up that door, then they be swinging the guy you back together. No, we not.
Yep.
Cause I'm trying to keep my body count. Cause I'm trying to keep my body count low. You thinking we a whole couple again? No.
Hey baby, what are we now?
That nigga banging out doors and shit. No. I don't want it no more. It was something that I had looked up. And get the hell. Um, about the P. He can't see nothing I'm saying. I'm in the clear, but he know not to play with me. Demon time. You stupid demon.
Oh,
Nobody
whoa.
cares about a body count. So who tells the truth anyways? But I would know. I would know.
So your moral fiber would get in the way. Is that what you're saying? Okay. I don't believe it, but okay. I respect that point of view.
Derek, am I lying?
No.
See?
Cat is stubborn. Cat is stubborn. Yeah.
I do not discriminate. Can't even find it.
Guess who's going to jail tonight?
You? For sexual harassment.
Who got sexually harassed?
Me.
Huh?
I'm locking your ass up. Okay, so this was something that I was reading, and it says that the power of the P became a social norm because we all seem to be taught from a very young age that men will do anything to have it, and that women can use it to manipulate people into getting what they want.
Key word right there. Everything you said was valid, but the operative word in that whole sentence structure you just put out there, manipulate. If you strong-minded and you got your own mind and you strong-willed, can't nobody make you do something that you don't want to do. So really, when we think about the power of the P, all it is a tactic to manipulate people that's not really people that might have low self-esteem, people that can't have trouble talking to women, so on and so forth. So they'll go the extra mile in pursuit of that. But if you have individuals that really don't carry the way, that's really searching for the vibe, searching for the energy, they don't care about you throwing that at them. They're looking for other qualities.
Yep.
But that's just like with Derek saying that people is like having brunches and they're having power of the P parties and stuff like that. For me, when people say it's like a woman empowerment type of thing, I know they're using the phrase power of the P, but it's not that they're telling you, oh, you know, this is what you are going to use your vagina for. It's more of a power and a woman empowerment type of thing. A self-care type of self-care.
Women's empowerment. Why we calling it?
Because everybody, because I guess that's the word that everybody's been using. But that was just one thing. Yeah. But it's about, because with that power, like that power of the P, brunch, lunch, whatever, it wasn't just about teaching people how to manipulate men. It wasn't even about any of that. It was about self-care. It was about self-care. It was about Yanni. It was about that type of care of.
But would you agree?
It was a self-esteem type of thing.
When I say that when you use that term, you really denigrating yourself because people really take things at face value. So when you say, technical difficulties. When you say the power of the P, right? We live in a time where people get things like lost in translation, and they start really thinking that it's all about the power of the P when it's really not. It's really about empowering the system. Yeah, like, you know, trying to build each other up. So when you say the power of the P, you got people that it might not even be on the same wavelength, and they thinking it's more of a sexual thing when it's really more of a self-help, self-empowerment kind of deal. So I
Well,
think
that's
the
their brain
term power of
cell.
the P is something that's
Exactly.
loosely used.
That's their
Y'all
brain
like I
cells if
think
they
that they
can't
should be
comprehend
fair.
more. If
That
you can't comprehend more meaning to one word, then I'm
a
sorry.
lot of people can't though. A lot of people can't, babe. It's like, damn, phone fell again. Hold on.
Davida said, "How I ain't bringing nothing to the table when I'm the table." Kanye said,
Hey, but that's a mindset that you gotta
"Davida,
have though.
you is a
That's a great
mess."
mindset to have. No, but she's speaking facts though. That's the mentality that everybody should have.
They should. They absolutely should. Everybody should believe that they the table, but everybody is not the table. And let's just keep that. Let's just make that
No,
understood.
no,
That
you
every
100.
woman
That
does not
I agree
bring
with
anything
100%.
to a table.
That I
No
agree with
woman is the
100%.
table.
That meant
But
No
bring
woman is the
their
table.
issue. Excuse me. What you said?
Eric.
I can't
You
hear
said
you.
no woman is the table.
I said no woman.
Why?
I said no woman is the table.
Why?
Because the table is an inanimate object, and you are a person.
It's just well, who?
He said that a table is an inanimate object, so you can't
A
be a
table is
table.
an inanimate, inanimate.
We all know what the table is.
The whole idea of the table is, I don't know how to break it down, but when I think of the table, I think about all the qualities that a person brings to a situation. So when we talk about the table, we're talking about like qualities like honesty, trust, all those things that encompass what a person is and what they bring into a relationship, for example, or to a situation. We don't even say the word relationship because that could be viewed differently too. But my mentality is, why I'm the table. I mean, I know a table is an inanimate object. I'm sitting at a table right now. I know the table can't talk to me, but I do bring qualities into a situation that are beneficial
Which
to.
I think a lot of people can bring quality into a
Yeah.
situation.
But then
But
you
you have
do
to
have some
understand
people that are
every
like,
woman is different because you
yeah,
have some women that are very much so overly independent. And they bringing a whole lot to a table. And so now they're looking at you like, what do you bring to the table? Because I already got my meat, my sides, the plates, the spoons, the forks, the cups. What you got?
true. So what you got to do is, Derek know this term. Y'all got to be equally yoked. You gotta be on. You gotta be on. Y'all gotta be onto something. You gotta be compatible. Compatibility is key. If you feel like you're bringing too much to the quote unquote table, I mean, you gotta reevaluate. You gotta look at what's going on. You gotta look at what's in front of you, and you gotta make a decision. Can't nobody make that decision but you. And a lot of times
Absolutely.
with these super independent women, they miss out on a good thing because they feel that they don't need quote unquote another person, which might not be true. Sometimes you got to get out of your own way for your own happiness. This is my 2 cents. And a lot of women can't do that. There's a lot of men that can't do that either. Being prideful.
Yep.
So when you're prideful, when you're overzealous about yourself, and you're not willing to identify where you might be deficient at or you might be weak at, then you look at everybody else like, well, you know what? This ain't the one for me because I already got that. I already bring the meat and the potatoes and the steak and lobster to my table. I don't need nobody else. And that's when you get a lot of these bitter people, men and women.
Are you sure about that?
You
No, I'm
dropping you dropping that good stuff today, buddy.
I am. Oh, y'all ain't heard shit yet. I ain't popped my
Yes,
gummy
sir.
yet. No, sir. No, sir. Nah, but I mean, that's really what it boils down to, though. Real talk. We got sometimes we gotta allow things to happen organically and get out of our own way.
Okay, I
But
want
I
to
mean,
read
if you
something.
go ahead,
I want
rock
to read
out.
something from a, I want to read something from a this is from a man. And this is what he has to say about the power of the peace. And what he says is that some men feel that it is normal, but and they let themselves be that obsessed with it. But it only works like that if it only works like that if that is the place men give it in their lives. Women don't have that much power, and neither does what is in between their legs. Sometimes men show women how vulnerable they are to them or a specific part of their anatomy, but every man in the world is not vulnerable to her or what is between her legs. Only the men who make themselves that way. Women just see
Right.
themselves as people and they just see their pee as part of their body. They don't believe it has magical powers and they definitely can't use it to get everything they want. It usually only has any influence at all on one person at a time, and even that one person can walk away from it, can walk away anytime they want. It might come as a surprise, but a lot of women like getting laid as much as men do, and sometimes they even have a stronger sex drive than a man. Women see
Oh, definitely.
themselves as people and they like to be respected as people and loved as people. They don't appreciate men only being interested in them for their pee. They want men to love them for who they are. If you love and respect a woman as a person, there is a chance she will give you more pee than you can figure out what to do with. But of course, that all depends on the woman.
Now, I
End
agree with
quote.
that. I agree with that. I agree with like 90% of that. But you do, he has to understand one thing, that you do have women that understand that they have this thing that is coveted by many, and they do try to use it toward their own personal gain.
What do you
Everybody ain't like that. Everybody ain't like that, but there are some that are. And that's really where this power of the P come from. I mean, not from the self-empowerment state, and he was 100% right. If you go in there not looking for that at all, and you just, the vibe is right, the woman will give you more than you can handle. But at some point, you have to understand too that every situation is different. I mean, in utopia, that's probably what we would expect, right? We would expect that, you go into a situation with a female and you're not looking for that, and things just happen organically. Sometimes though, these women just be like, yo, let's do this. Oh, but I need $40. Or
so
I
if
need
you
this. I need a bill paid. I need this. Women do use that to get what they want.
and
It's
that's
a
how
reality.
sometimes women get their feelings hurt. You
Yes,
get your
because they
feelings hurt
become
doing dumb shit like
emotionally
that.
invested. They do dumb shit like that, and then they become emotionally invested. But then the guy's already picked up on what she's trying to do, and they
That's
lose
not
interest, and then they just understand. They go on based on the energy she gave him. She gave him that pay my bill, I'm gonna give you this mental energy, and now he's already subscribed to that. Oh, all I gotta do is pay your phone bill. That's it. All right, bet. Here you go. All I gotta do is buy you these red bottoms. Okay, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. The That's what I said. That's why I let off with what I let off with about energy. Like, if you put that energy in, if there's positive energy between both parties, none but positive energy is gonna come out of it. But when you got one person that's looking for one thing and another person looking for something and it don't mesh, that's why you wind up with people that get their feelings hurt, or they understand what it is and they just go for what they know.
they go for the gusto.
They go for it. Yeah. Oh, this is
For the
strictly a booty
gusto.
call. This is strictly a booty call. Or no, this is somebody that I see that I want to grow with. This is somebody I see that, we can make things happen. It just depends on the type of energy that you put out. And if you and your partner or whomever, if you giving me fuck buddy vibes, then that's what it is. But if you trying to, like, build something, you could tell. You could tell. So I agree with the gentleman with what he said, but just to a certain point. Just to a certain point. We just gotta be mindful of what we put out. Yeah.
Very mindful. And even though our hour is now coming to an end, I'm just going to say this much. I personally do not believe that there is any power in anybody's pig. As a woman, I know where my power lays. Lies, and it ain't down there. Okay.
What's in here? That's what counts. What's in here? What you put out into the world, you will definitely get back. And I'm a firm believer in that. If you put out bullshit, you're gonna get bullshit. If you put out positivity, if you put out kindness, compassion, if you put that out, you're gonna get that back tenfold, especially with a good woman. Like, you know, a woman that's like really like trying to do things, you're gonna get that back. But if you put bullshit out, trust me, women pick up on it, men pick up on it too. And then they just
as a woman, period, and women that have, like, you know, daughters and things like that, that's not the way to raise your kids, to use their vagina to get little things, whether it be materialistic or not. You should not be using it or teaching young women to use their vagina as a price tag. That's why they have jobs. That's why you go to school for education. That's why you do a lot of these different things, so you can become a better, well-rounded person, that you can bring some shit to the table and get your own things, and you don't have to say, well, give me $40 and you can get some.
And just a disclaimer, I only said $40 because that was like a catchphrase.
No, but that's the catchphrase, you know. $40 for this, $40, get my nails done, whatever. They won't have to use their vagina in order to do that, because first of all, that's not even the purpose of your vagina. Sorry, you didn't understand that part. It's not.
You ask it for $40, man. That's a serious problem. And
your vagina should never be for sale. Oh, your vagina should never be for sale. So, you know, become a more well-rounded person, and then you'll see a lot more temptation come to you once you become a well-rounded person, have a different mindset.
Amen.
That's all I have to say about that.
Amen.
There's no power at all whatsoever in your vagina, and y'all keep walking around here thinking that it is. Guess what? Y'all gonna keep walking around here by yourselves.
But you know what, too, man? It's even a bigger thing too, man. We got to teach our young women that too, that they work.
That's why I said you can't teach your children.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, teach your children that that's what your vagina is used for, because that's not what it's supposed to be for. And if you have that mindset that, oh, I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna get that because I let you sleep with me or whatever, then you just have the wrong mindset, because that's not what it's about. If you allow somebody to sleep with you, that's your problem, because you thought you was getting something out of the deal.
Stop trying to be these Instagram models. These Instagram models is like empty inside. Trust me, toxic as hell and empty. So
very much so. But who fault is that? You put yourself in that predicament. Nobody put you in that predicament when you feel as though that's what you want to do with your body. You do what you choose to do with your body. Nobody can tell another person what they can do with their vagina. It's your vagina. You do what you want to do with your vagina. But
don't have these expectations.
Exactly. Don't have expectations that your vagina is going to get you what you want. But it ain't even gonna get you the man that you want.
Word.
So on that note, we are going to say good night to everybody. I thank y'all for all tuning in. Next week, we are going to be talking about, unfortunately, no. It has something to do with the Will Smith thing, but it's really not about Will Smith. It's more or less about how people keep saying that Will Smith was protecting his wife, and we just don't want people out here getting hurt because they feel as though they out here smacking people for the wrong things. And the protection of the Black woman. And how does that actually work?
Good stuff.
So, everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. God bless. Peace, blessings, and love. See y'all Tuesday, same time, same place. Holla at your girl.